What is up, Revivalists? How's it going? Simon here for CD Revival, and today I'm going to do the next part of my CD collection, basically finishing off the P's today. Seems to have taken a long time, so yeah, this is the last of the P related artists and what have you. We'll be on to Q and basically the Queen ranking, Queens of the Stone Age, things like that. Obviously carrying on with my Prince retrospective as well. Next one of those will be Around the World in a Day. Just remind you to like and subscribe to my channel before we get going, and we'll kick off. And we're kicking off with the band Primal Scream. Some of you may know, some of you may not, but yeah, decent band from the UK. Obviously Bobby Gillespie, the main guy, he's a Scotsman, yeah, first album I've got of theirs, which is the first album of theirs that I really got into, is Screamadelica, probably their most popular, probably their most famous album. Yeah, it's a really good one, to be honest. This one's kind of quite dancey, quite sort of ambient in ways, and it's got a few other bits on it, like Moving On Up, for example, which is sort of a Rolling Stones-esque sort of song. 1992 this one came out. So yeah, a lot of good stuff on here. Higher Than the Sun's really good. Don't Fight It, Feel It, I think was one of the first singles. Come Together, Loaded. Yeah, so famous cover, famous album, really good album from Primal Scream. I do like them because they change their style a lot. They do a lot of different styles throughout each individual album as well. But yeah, this one's sort of in the sort of the rave kind of era, if you like. So it's quite similar to that, but with, you know, a few different tracks on it. So that's the first one of theirs that I've got. The second one I've got was the follow-up to that, which was Give Out But Don't Give Up. It's quite different, this one, to Screamadelica, but kind of got some similar sort of bits on it as well. Rocks is obviously the famous track for this one. Jailbird's another similar sort of, like one in a similar sort of vein. I'm Gonna Cry Myself Blind, that's a really good track, I really do like that one. Sort of bluesy, ballady, similar to something that the Black Crowes might do. Give Out But Don't Give Up, that's a really cool one. I'll Be There For You. Strutting is an instrumental, really like that. But yeah, a lot of really good stuff on here. Denise Johnson, female vocalist, is on quite a few tracks and fits it really well. This is one of my favourite albums of theirs, quite honestly. I think I probably, yeah, it's definitely up there. I really do enjoy that. Give Out But Don't Give Up, and that came out in, where are we? 1994, so a couple of years later. Good album, well worth checking out. Next is Vanishing Point. This is a bit more sort of 70s as well. Some good stuff on here. Get Duffy, Kowalski, If They Move, Kill 'Em, stuff like that. It's got a cover of the Motorhead song Motorhead as well, which is honestly you could do without that one, but still a good album. Not as good as the two before it, but this is 1997 this one came out. Worth listening to, pretty decent. I've got the remix album of that, which is called Echo Deck, which is just remixes of tracks from Vanishing Point. It's a bit more dubby as well. Pretty good if you like that sort of thing. This one came out in 97 as well, so pretty swiftly after the original. Next one I've got of theirs is Exterminator. It's a bit more political in its themes, this one. 2000 this one came out. Quite a popular album. It's not my favourite, it wouldn't go in my top three. Kill All Hippies is a really good track, and Accelerator is a really, really cool track as well. Swastika Eyes I like as well. It's okay. It's quite a bit more industrial. It's not a bad album, but yeah, it's not as good as some people would have you necessarily think, but still well worth checking out. This one, Riot City Blues. This has gone back to their kind of Rolling Stones-esque sort of rock and roll kind of stuff. Country Girl obviously was, I think, their biggest single that they had. This one came out in 2006, or is it 8? 2006. Yeah, Country Girl is a track. Nitty Gritty is a really cool one as well. I like that. Dolls is quite good. But yeah, it's definitely a bit of a, yeah, not quite as good. It's similar to Give Out But Don't Give Up, but I think it's a bit more produced, not quite as authentic maybe, I don't know. But still, not a bad album, it's listenable for sure. Then I have got from them Evil Heat. This one came out, well actually this one came out before that. This one came out in 2002. Didn't get the order quite right there. Like this one quite a lot actually. Last really good album that I've heard of theirs. It's a bit sort of krautrocky, a bit more industrial once again. Yeah, quite a range of styles on here. Miss Lucifer was the single, that's really cool. Autobahn 66, really like that. City is a really cool one, that's Stooges-esque. Some Velvet Morning, that's got Kate Moss on backing vocals as well. But yeah, some good stuff on here. Really good album, probably a little bit underrated, I would say, potentially. But that's Evil Heat from 2002. Last one I've got of theirs is Beautiful Future, and I don't particularly like this one too much. This is the last one I've actually heard of theirs. This one came out in 2008, so 2 years after Riot City Blues. Uptown's quite a good track. Glory of Love I quite like as well. But yeah, not really too much to write home about on this one. It's a bit sort of, I don't know, it's a bit of an 80s sort of sound, which I would normally like, but I don't think it's very inspiring, this album. Let me know if you like that one, but say it's not my favourite. They've done a couple of albums since that as well, which I've not really checked out, so let me know if you think that they're worth a listen, if you have heard them. If you haven't, don't comment. I got this one, Jimmy Page. It has got a title on it, but I can't remember. This is part of a multi-disc set. I picked this up from a car boot sale. It looks snide, but it's not. It is part of a set. But yeah, just some random Jimmy Page stuff. Came out in 1999 on the Dress to Kill label. Not actually really checked that one out too much. Few Primus now. I've got the Brown album by Primus. This is supposed to come in a slipcase. I got this from a car boot, so it doesn't come with the slipcase. Not a bad album. Shake Hands with Beef is on here. It's got some good stuff. It's not, yeah, it's just a decent album. This one's from 1997. Their earlier albums were better, which the ones that I actually don't have. Anti-Pop. This one is from 1999. It's pretty decent once again, if you like Primus. It's obviously Les Claypool, great bass guitarist. It's yeah, very different sort of style of music they do. It's quite rocky, but very, yeah, quite funky, but also very weird. And Primus, Tales from the Punch Bowl. This one is from 1995, so an earlier one. So the best ones of theirs are like Sailing the Seas of Cheese and Pork Soda. This one's got Winona's Big Brown Beaver on it and Southbound Pachyderm, which are both pretty cool tracks. But yeah, not a bad album. But say I seem to have their, well, not their worst albums, but I haven't got their best ones, put it that way. Few now from Iggy Pop. I like some of his stuff and I don't like some of his stuff. The Idiot is a really cool album produced by David Bowie. Some excellent stuff on here. Sister Midnight is a banging track. Night Clubbing is an excellent track. And China Girl, the original version as well. Some really cool stuff on here. Not sure when it originally came out. It says 1990 on the CD, but that is not the original. It's like late 70s, I think. Regardless. Anyway, good album, well worth checking out. I've got Brick by Brick by Iggy Pop. This one I do like. This is one of his early 90s, I think this one came out. 1990, in fact. But yeah, enjoyable album actually. Really good stuff on here. Quite a few guests. Home's a really good track. That was the single. Candy's got the B-52's Woman. Can't remember her name. Butttown is a cool track as well. Starry Night I really like. Yeah, some good stuff on here. Really quite enjoyable album. And Nude and Rude, Best of Iggy Pop. It's just got a bit of a mixture of stuff really, from his stuff in the Stooges and through his solo career. Pretty good collection. I Want to Be Your Dog, No Fun, Search and Destroy, Give Me Danger. And it's got Nightclubbing on there as well, Lust for Life, Passenger, and stuff like Real Wild Child, Cold Metal from his later albums. This is a collection from 1996, but it is pretty decent. If you like his stuff and you're not sure, then this is a good place to start. Pirates of the Caribbean soundtrack, Curse of the Black Pearl, pretty sure that's the first movie. So that's that. And also the last one of my P's, where I've ranked this in, An Evening with John Petrucci and Jordan Rudess, obviously from Dream Theater. This is one that my brother gave me, big Dream Theater fan. I haven't checked this one out, I'm not going to lie. I haven't even checked out all the Dream Theater stuff that he gave me yet. I've checked out quite a bit of it, but not all. But that is that. So let me know if I should be rushing to check this one out as well. That's it. That is P done. We can go on to Q. R's quite big. S is pretty huge. T, a fair bit. Not quite as much. But yeah, we're getting through the collection slowly but surely. Let me know what you think. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take it steady. Cheers.